Hello students, how are you? Students, in the previous video we have started the chapter number 5, that is the language of chemistry, and we have already cleared the doubts up to the making chemical equation more informative. Now student, then in the last video we have studied about the energy changes in a chemical reaction. We have studied about the endothermic reaction and the exothermic reaction along with their examples. Now one experiment is there. I will send you the activity later on. Take about 5 milliliter of dilute sodium hydroxide. Beta, in chemistry two terms you will hear very oftenly. One is dilute and second one is the concentrated. Beta, when we talk about the dilute, it means mixed with water. The element or the solution is not in the pure form, but it is mixed with the water, that is known as the diluted form, and one is the concentrated, means the pure form. For example, if we talk about the Ruh Afza, a drink which comes in the concentrated form, and if we want to intake that, so we want to or we have to add water in it, that is the diluted form. When we add water in the solution, that become the diluted form, and when it come in the original or pure form, that is known as the concentrated form. So dilute sodium hydroxide solution in a test tube, and we will add same volume of dilute hydrochloric acid to it. Now heat is evolved in the reaction and the test tube become warm. When you touch the test tube, it will become warm. Unlike an endothermic reaction, an exothermic reaction once began always reaches completion as much as heat is evolved as required for the reaction to go on. Thus, once it start, burning continue until it stop its own. Now we will discuss about the characteristics of chemical reaction. Several characteristic changes accompany a chemical reaction. In many cases, you can guess what has happened by observing the changes. First of all, we will discuss about the change in the color. Already we have discussed in the previous reactions also how the color changes. For example, here in the case of copper to sulfate pentahydrate, which is blue, and after reaction it changes to white. Copper sulfate become white. Same is like that in a color. When heated, copper to carbonate, which is green in color, turns blue black due to the formation of copper to oxide. So here you can see the reactant is copper to carbonate, which is green in color, and after heating the copper to oxide, it attained the black color and the carbon dioxide has been formed. Next, here is the reaction or the experiment. Second example is when dissolved in dilute sulfuric acid. Again dilute means in the mix with the water. Iron nails, which is green color, give a light green solution of iron to sulfate. Reaction is given in the word equation. Iron, which is green color, sulfuric acid, which is in the dilute form, means this is a state of matter, give rise to the product, that is iron to sulfate, which is light green, plus hydrogen. Iron nail, you know that we already we are using it at home also. So iron dissolved in dilute sulfuric acid to give a light green solution of iron to sulfate. Beta, you know now why we are using 2 along with the iron and along with the copper, because they have the variable valency, means they have more than one valency. Next characteristic of chemical reaction is the evolution of gas. Gas evolve in many chemical reactions. Say some gases have a characteristic odor. Odor means smell and can be easily identified. With the smell we can identify. For example, ammonia has a pungent smell and hydrogen sulfide has a smell of rotten egg. When we smell the ammonia, it gives a pungent smell, and when we smell the sulfide, hydrogen sulfide, it gives the, or we can smell of the rotten egg, means the spoiled egg. There are chemical tests also for different gases. For example, carbon dioxide turns lime water milky, which we have studied in the bio also, because in the presence of carbon dioxide the lime water turns milky, means white in color. And hydrogen, when ignited, burns with a pop sound, means pop sound will come. So equation is word equation. Sodium along with the water, which are reactant, give rise to the sodium hydroxide and hydrogen. And you know beta, this arrow shows the gaseous form means hydrogen is in the gaseous form. I already told the upward arrow show the gaseous form and downward arrow shows the precipitate. Second example is ammonium chloride and the slaked lime. Both are reactant. Slaked lime is dry, and when we heat calcium chloride, water and ammonia produce. Ammonia is in the gaseous form. Now the experiment number 2. Take a mixture of ammonium chloride and dry slaked lime. Heat the mixture slowly. A pungent smelling gas is evolved. Place a glass rod which has been moistened with hydrochloric acid, means it is little bit wet or moistened with the hydrochloric acid. But how we will wet it? We will dip the rod in the bottle of concentrated hydrochloric acid. Now you can see concentrated means pure hydrochloric acid. Now you recognize between the dilute and the concentrated. Dilute means in which water is being mixed, and concentrated means in the pure form. So here we moisten it with the concentrated hydrochloric acid. At the mouth of the test tube we will keep it. Now thick white fumes are formed, suggesting that the evolved gas is ammonia. Instead of heating ammonium chloride with slaked lime, you could boil ammonium chloride with a solution of sodium hydroxide also. So here this is the diagram. Ammonia gas is evolved when ammonium chloride is heated with dry slaked lime. Now students, we will learn about one more thing, that is effervescence. When gas bubbles are formed, usually with a hissing sound due to a reaction, the phenomena is called the effervescence. An example of effervescence is given below. Sodium carbonate along with the hydrochloric acid, which is in dilute form, give the product sodium chloride, water and carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide in the form of gas, because upward arrow shows the form of gas. And see, when an acid reacts with carbonate or a bicarbonate, carbon dioxide is released with the effervescence, the formation of a precipitate. Now student, the precipitate we already know, a solid substance formed at the bottom of the test tube. The formation of precipitate is also suggestive of a chemical reaction. So here is the example: sodium carbonate and barium chloride. Sodium carbonate is colorless solution. Barium chloride is also a colorless solution. Both are the reactant. They give rise to the product barium carbonate, and this downward arrow shows the precipitate and color is white, along with the product sodium chloride, which is colorless solution. Second example is lead acetate, again which is colorless, and potassium iodide, which is colorless. It gives rise to the lead iodide, which is yellow, and precipitate. Downward arrow means the precipitate, and the second product is potassium acetate, which is also colorless. So here the precipitate of lead iodide, potassium iodide solution and lead acetate solution, both are colorless. You can see both are reactant. When they combine together, they give rise to the lead iodide precipitation. These are the precipitate at the bottom of the test tube, you can see, and the solution is potassium acetate. So lead iodide as in the form of the precipitate, and potassium acetate is colorless solution. Now we will discuss the change in the state, means solid, liquid or gas. Already we have discussed that a change in state also takes place in many reactions. For example, a gaseous mixture of hydrogen and oxygen when ignited give water vapor. So here you can see hydrogen and oxygen. These two reactants are in gaseous form, but when we ignite it, it gives the water vapor, and it becomes, first it is vaporized form, means gaseous form, but after being cooled, water vapor give the water. So water is in the liquid form when cooled. Otherwise hydrogen, oxygen give rise to the water vapor only, which is gaseous form, but after cooling down them, we will get the water which is liquid down when cooled. Also ammonia gas reacts with hydrogen chloride to form ammonium chloride, which is solid form. So ammonia, which is in gaseous form, hydrogen chloride is gas, and they give rise to the ammonium chloride, which is in the solid form. So you can see when a gas rod dipped in ammonium solution is brought near a test tube containing hydrochloric acid, ammonium chloride is formed, the white fumes. The solid particle of ammonia chloride give a white color to the vapors. So beta, this is the chapter, and what you have to do, you have to write down all the reactions in your copy, and you have to go through these word reactions. and just read these experiments also, so that in the next video I am going to show this experiment through the activities.